Welcome back to Sleep Stories by Moonlight. Tonight, we'll leave the busy world behind and follow a quiet path beneath towering, whispering pines. Together, we'll wander through a moonlit forest where silver light filters through ancient branches. Soft breezes carry the scent of pine and cedar, and every step invites you to slow down. Along the way, you'll discover peaceful streams, glowing lanterns, moss-covered trails, and quiet forest clearings, where time seems to drift as gently as the wind through the trees. Before we begin, make yourself comfortable. Settle beneath your blankets. Let your shoulders relax. Unclench your jaw and allow your breathing to become slow and steady. If you enjoy these relaxing bedtime stories, I'd love to have you join our cozy community by subscribing and turning on notifications for more peaceful journeys. Now, dim the lights, close your eyes if you'd like, and take a slow, deep breath. The whispering pines are waiting, and a peaceful night of deep, restful sleep is just beyond the next bend in the path. So relax, let go of the day, and let's begin our walk through the path through the whispering pines. Tonight, there is nowhere you need to be. The day has quietly come to an end. The stars have begun to appear, one by one, in the deepening sky. The moon has risen above the distant hills, casting its soft silver light across the forest, and waiting for you, just beyond an old wooden gate, is a winding path that disappears among the whispering pines. You pause for a moment before stepping through the gate. The air feels cool and wonderfully fresh. It carries the comforting scent of pine needles, moss, damp earth, and the faint sweetness of wildflowers tucked quietly beneath the trees. The gate closes behind you with the gentlest sound. Not a click, not a creak, only a soft whisper, as though the forest itself is welcoming you inside. Ahead, the path stretches beneath towering pine trees. Their trunks rise high into the night sky. Straight, strong, peaceful. Far above, their branches sway gently in the evening breeze. As they move together, the needles brush softly against one another. The sound is unlike anything else. A quiet, steady whisper. A long, gentle sigh that drifts through the forest. You understand why this place is called the Whispering Pines. The forest is always speaking, not in words, only in soft sounds carried by the wind. You begin walking. The path beneath your feet is covered with countless pine needles. They soften every step. There is no crunching gravel, no hard stones, only the quiet cushion of the forest floor. The moonlight filters through the branches overhead. Silver beams drift between the trees, painting the path with patches of light and shadow. Neither stays for long. The breeze moves the branches. The moonlight shifts. The forest changes gently from one moment to the next. Yet nothing feels hurried. Everything happens slowly, exactly as it should. The farther you walk, the quieter the world behind you becomes. The sounds of everyday life seem impossibly distant now. There are no roads, no engines, no voices, only the whisper of the pines, the gentle breeze, and your slow footsteps upon the path. The forest seems to breathe. You notice it in the movement of the branches, the rise and fall of the wind, the slow dance of the needles overhead. Inhale, exhale. The trees move together like the steady breathing of someone peacefully asleep. You find yourself matching that rhythm, breathing slowly, comfortably, naturally. The moonlight grows brighter as you round a gentle curve. To your left stands a small clearing. Soft grasses sway beneath the stars. Wildflowers bloom quietly among smooth stones. Tiny white blossoms, delicate blue flowers, clusters of pale lavender. Their colours appear softened beneath the silver light. At the centre of the clearing rests a single wooden bench. It has been here for many years. Its surface has grown smooth with time, its edges rounded by seasons of rain and sunshine. You sit for a while. The wood feels cool, comfortable. The forest continues its quiet conversation all around you. Branches whisper overhead. Somewhere in the distance, an owl calls once. Then silence returns. Not empty silence. Forest silence. The kind filled with tiny sounds. A breeze moving through pine needles. A leaf drifting gently to the ground. The faint murmur of water somewhere beyond the trees. Everything belongs. Nothing interrupts. The moon climbs a little higher. Its light now reaches farther into the clearing. Every blade of grass casts the smallest shadow. The wildflowers seem almost luminous. Tiny drops of evening dew have gathered upon their petals. Each droplet catches the moonlight. For a moment they resemble little stars resting upon the flowers. You smile softly. The forest has a way of making ordinary things feel magical, not because they have changed, but because there is finally enough quiet to notice them. After resting for a while, you continue along the path. It narrows slightly. Tall ferns grow along both sides. Their delicate fronds arch gently toward the trail. The breeze stirs them only slightly. Each movement is graceful, unhurried. The moonlight paints their edges with silver. Tiny patches of moss spread across fallen logs nearby. Soft, velvety, bright green even beneath the moonlight. Here and there, mushrooms emerge from the forest floor. Some are no larger than a button. Others rise like tiny umbrellas beneath the trees. Their pale caps glow softly in the darkness. You wonder if they have always been here, or if they appeared only after sunset. The question drifts gently through your thoughts, then disappears. There's no need to know. The path continues, one quiet bend after another. You notice how comfortable the pace has become. There is nothing to hurry toward. The forest offers no destination, only the journey itself. Above, the branches part just enough for you to glimpse the night sky. Thousands of stars sparkle quietly overhead. Between them hangs the moon, all round and peaceful. Its light spills gently through the pine branches, creating silver ribbons across the path. The breeze returns, this time carrying the faint scent of cedar, then pine resin warmed by the day's sunshine, then cool earth. Every breath feels clean, refreshing, comforting. The farther you wander, the more the forest seems to soften. The shadows become gentler, the light becomes quieter. Even the trees appear to lean slightly closer together, as though creating a peaceful shelter beneath their branches. Ahead, you notice something curious. Tiny lanterns, not hanging from branches, not resting on the ground. They seem to float gently among the trees. Each one glows with the golden light of a candle. Yet no flame flickers inside. Their light remains perfectly still. They drift lazily along the forest, never rising, never falling, only floating. You watch one pass quietly beside you. It moves so slowly that you could almost believe it is standing still. Then another appears, then another. Soon dozens of tiny lights drift peacefully between the trees. Perhaps they are enchanted lanterns. Perhaps they are simply fireflies, unlike any else you've ever. The forest does not explain, and somehow that makes it even more you continue walking beneath their gentle glow. The golden lights mingle beautifully with the silver moonlight. Cool, gold and silver. Together, they transform the forest into a place that feels both familiar and dreamy. The whispering pines continue their endless conversation overhead. The breeze answers softly. The lanterns drift patiently along the branches. And so farther along the winding path, deeper beneath the moonlit canopy, the forest waits quietly to share even more of its gentle beauty. There is no rush. The night is long. The park is welcoming. And your peaceful walk has only just begun. The path continues beneath the towering pines. The forest grows quieter with every gentle step. Not because the sounds have disappeared, but because they have blended together so completely that they feel like one peaceful melody. The whispering branches overhead, the soft breeze moving through the needles, the distant murmur of water somewhere unseen. Even your footsteps seem to belong to the rhythm of the forest. The moon climbs a little higher. Its silver light spills through openings in the canopy, creating quiet pools of light along the winding trail. You step from shadow into moonlight, then back into shadow again. The pattern repeats gently. Light, shade, light, shade. The steady rhythm becomes almost hypnotic. The path bends around the roots of an enormous pine tree. Its trunk is wider than you could comfortably wrap your arms around. The bark is deeply textured, worn smooth in places by countless seasons of wind and rain. Its branches reach high above, disappearing into the moonlit canopy. You pause for a moment beside it. The tree feels ancient, patient, steady. It has watched thousands of moonrises, countless winters, endless springs. Yet tonight, it simply stands in peaceful silence, gently swaying with the breeze. The forest seems to encourage stillness, not stopping, not waiting, simply moving more slowly. You continue along the trail. Pine cones lie scattered here and there beside the path. Some are freshly fallen. Others have rested quietly on the forest floor for many seasons. Tiny patches of moss have begun to grow around them. Everything changes slowly here. So slowly that change almost feels invisible. The scent of pine becomes richer. You notice hints of cedar mixed with damp earth and cool stone. The air feels wonderfully fresh. Each breath seems to quiet your thoughts a little more. Ahead, the trees begin to thin. The path opens into another clearing. This one is filled with tall grasses that sway gently beneath the moonlight. A small wooden footbridge crosses a narrow stream. The bridge is simple, just smooth planks and sturdy rails. It looks as though it has been here for many years. You walk onto the bridge. The wood creaks softly beneath your feet, not loudly, just enough to remind you that wood has its own quiet voice. Below, the stream flows gently over smooth stones. The water is perfectly clear. Moonlight dances upon its surface. Tiny ripples catch the silver light and carry it downstream like scattered ribbons. You rest your hands upon the railing. The wood feels cool beneath your fingertips. The stream seems in no hurry to reach anywhere. It simply flows, patiently, quietly, always finding its way around each stone. You watch the water for a long moment. Small leaves drift slowly with the current. They spin gently, pause beside a rock, then continue onward. There is something comforting about their slow journey. No rushing, no resistance, only gentle movement. When you leave the bridge, the path begins climbing a gradual hillside. The forest floor changes here. Soft blankets of moss cover nearly everything. Tree roots, fallen logs, large stones, even the edges of the path itself. The moss looks almost like velvet beneath the moonlight. You imagine how soft it must feel beneath your hand. Tiny mushrooms appear among the moss. Some are ivory white, others pale gold. A few seem to glow ever so slightly beneath the silver light. Perhaps it is only the moon, or perhaps this forest holds quiet magic after all. Either possibility feels comforting. The hillside grows steeper for only a short while. Soon you reach the top. From here, the forest stretches before you, like a gentle sea of treetops. The moonlight settles across the pines in endless waves. Their branches move together in the breeze. Not wildly, only enough to create the soft whisper that has followed you since the beginning of your walk. The sound feels familiar now, almost like a friend. You realize you have stopped noticing where the path leads. Instead, you notice how peaceful each step feels, how comfortably the forest unfolds around you, how easily your breathing matches the gentle rhythm of the trees. The path begins descending once again. This side of the hill is filled with ferns, hundreds of them, perhaps thousands. Their graceful fronds arch toward one another, creating the feeling of walking through a green hallway. Moonlight slips between their leaves. Tiny droplets of dew cling to their tips. Each droplet reflects a tiny piece of the night sky. Stars above, stars below. The thought makes you smile. The forest seems filled with little reflections of the heavens. As you continue walking, you notice several smooth stones arranged beside the trail. Not stacked, simply placed. As though someone long ago found each one beautiful enough to leave exactly where it rested. The stones are cool shades of grey and blue. Some sparkle faintly with tiny crystals. Others are perfectly smooth from years beside flowing water. You run your fingertips lightly across one as you pass. Its surface is cool, comforting, solid. The path curves once more. Ahead, you hear a different sound. Soft chimes, barely louder than the breeze itself. You follow the sound slowly. Soon you discover dozens of tiny glass ornaments hanging from low pine branches. Some are shaped like stars. Others resemble leaves. Some are simple droplets of clear glass. They sway gently whenever the breeze passes through, touching one another ever so lightly, creating the faintest music, not a melody, only delicate notes scattered through the forest. The chimes never repeat. Each breeze creates something new. Each note drifts quietly into the trees before fading away. You stand beneath them for several moments, listening, breathing, watching moonlight shine through the glass. Tiny reflections dance upon the path. Silver, blue, gold. They shimmer softly before disappearing again. The forest feels even more dreamlike here. Yet nothing feels strange. Everything belongs. The trees, the breeze, the stream, the lanterns, the little glass chimes. Each seems to have been waiting patiently for someone to notice. Not to admire, simply to notice. You continue onward. The path narrows once more beneath the towering pines. The whispering branches stretch overhead like the ceiling of a great cathedral. Moonlight filters gently through their needles. The forest grows quieter still. And with every peaceful step, the world beyond these trees feels farther away. There are no worries here, no clocks, no schedules, only the slow unfolding. The forest welcomes you deeper beneath its quiet canopy. The path continues winding gently between the pines, never straight, never hurried. It curves naturally around roots and stones, following the shape of the land as though it has always belonged here. The moon remains high above. Its silver light filters through the branches in long, delicate beams. They drift across the forest floor with every gentle movement of the breeze. Light becomes shadow. Shadow becomes light. Again and again, you find yourself walking more slowly than before. Not because the path is difficult, because there is no reason to rush. The forest seems to appreciate an unhurried traveler. Each step reveals another small detail. A feather resting beside the trail. A cluster of tiny blue mushrooms nestled beneath a fallen branch. A patch of moss so soft it resembles emerald velvet. Nothing asks for attention, yet everything quietly deserves it. The scent of the forest deepens. Fresh pine, cool cedar, damp earth, a hint of wild mint growing somewhere unseen. The fragrances mingle gently together. Each breath feels calm, restorative. You notice that even the air seems softer beneath the trees. Ahead, the path begins to follow the edge of a small brook. The water is so clear that every pebble beneath its surface can be seen. Round stones in shades of grey, cream, and pale amber rest quietly beneath the slow current. The brook never rushes. It winds gently through the forest, just as you do. Moonlight dances across its surface in tiny silver ribbons. Now and then, a leaf lands upon the water. It floats peacefully downstream, turning slowly, never in a hurry to reach its destination. You walk beside the brook for several minutes, perhaps longer. Time seems different here. The forest measures it not by clocks, but by moonlight and breeze, by the slow movement of branches, by the quiet opening of flowers. Across the brook stands a grove of young pine trees. Their trunks are slender. Their branches reach eagerly toward the sky. They sway more noticeably than the older trees. As the breeze passes through them, their whispers become slightly brighter, lighter, almost cheerful. The older pines answer with deeper voices. Together they create a gentle harmony. High whispers, low whispers. The entire forest speaking softly to itself. You continue listening as you walk. The sounds blend together so naturally that they begin to resemble distant ocean waves. Steady, comforting, endless. Soon the brook slips away between clusters of ferns. The path continues alone. Tall pines stand farther apart here, allowing more moonlight to reach the ground. Silver grasses sway gently in the open spaces. Oh, Wildflowers bloom quietly among smooth stones. Small white blossoms, pale blue asters, tiny golden flowers, no larger than your thumbnail. Each seems to shine softly beneath the moon. A weathered wooden sign stands beside the trail. No words are carved upon it, only the simple outline of a pine tree. The wood has faded over many seasons. Its surface is smooth from years of wind and rain. You smile as you pass. The forest needs no directions. Every path eventually leads somewhere peaceful. The trail begins climbing another gentle rise. The earth beneath your feet becomes softer. Layers of fallen pine needles cushion every step. The sound is almost silent. You realize you can no longer hear your footsteps at all. It feels as though the forest is carrying you, supporting each quiet step. The hillside levels once more. Ahead lies a circle of enormous boulders. Each stone is covered with patches of pale green moss. Silver lichen spreads across their surfaces like delicate lace. The moonlight makes every texture stand out beautifully. You choose one smooth boulder and sit for a while. The stone feels cool, comfortably cool. Around you, the forest continues its quiet rhythm. The branches whisper. The breeze wanders through the needles. Far away, a tiny stream continues its gentle song. Nothing changes quickly. Everything unfolds at its own peaceful pace. A single owl glides silently overhead. Its wings make almost no sound. It disappears among the branches as quietly as it arrived. You watch until even the memory of its flight begins to fade. The stillness remains. You close your eyes for a moment. The sounds of the forest become even clearer. The whispering pines, the gentle breeze, the distant brook. Somewhere nearby, the soft chirp of crickets rises and falls like a quiet lullaby. Every sound feels perfectly placed, perfectly balanced. When you open your eyes again, the moonlight seems even softer. The silver glow settles gently across the boulders and tree trunks. Nothing appears harsh. Every edge is softened by the night. You rise and continue walking. The path narrows between two great pines, whose branches arch together high above. For a moment, they create a natural doorway. As you pass beneath them, the breeze stirs their needles. The whisper grows slightly louder, not startling, simply welcoming, as though the forest is quietly inviting you farther inside. Beyond the trees, you discover another clearing. This one is carpeted with soft moss from edge to edge. No grasses, no flowers, only moss. It spreads across the earth like a great green blanket. Tiny drops of dew sparkle upon its surface. Each one reflects the moonlight like a tiny crystal. The sight is peaceful beyond words. At the center of the clearing stands an old wooden swing hanging from the branch of a magnificent pine. Its ropes are thick, its wooden seats smooth with age. The swing moves ever so slightly in the breeze, back and forth, back and forth, never high, never fast, only enough to create a slow, comforting rhythm. You sit on the swing. It rocks gently beneath you. The movement feels wonderfully soothing. The whispering branches overhead continue their endless conversation. The breeze answers. The moon watches quietly from above. For several peaceful moments, you simply sway, listening, breathing, resting. Eventually you stand once more. The swing continues moving behind you, its gentle motion gradually becoming smaller, until at last it rests quietly beneath the tree once again. You follow the winding path deeper into the moonlit forest. The lanterns you saw earlier begin to appear again between the trees. Golden light drifting lazily through the branches. Fireflies gather among them, their tiny glows rising and falling like little stars that have wandered down from the sky. Together they fill the forest with the gentlest light. Gold mingles with silver. Moonlight mingles with starlight. The path stretches onward, peaceful, patient, endless. The whispering pines continue their soft lullaby above your head. And with every quiet step, your thoughts become lighter. Your breathing becomes slower. Your heart feels calmer. The forest asks nothing of you, only that you continue walking, one peaceful step at a time, beneath the whispering pines, beneath the moonlit sky. The path carries you gently onward. Behind you, the old wooden swing grows smaller until it disappears among the trees. Ahead, the forest seems to welcome you with even greater quiet. The pines stand close together now. Their tall trunks rise like graceful pillars into the moonlit sky. Far above, their branches weave together to form a soft canopy that filters the moonlight into long silver ribbons. The light drifts across the forest floor, never still, always changing with the breeze. You continue walking. The pine needles beneath your feet soften every step. They create a path so quiet that your footsteps seem to disappear almost before they are made. The forest holds every sound gently. Nothing echoes. Nothing startles. Everything belongs exactly where it is. A cool breeze wanders through the branches overhead. The whispering begins again. Slow, steady, comforting. It reminds you of waves rolling gently upon a distant shore, or pages turning slowly in a favorite old book. The sound never repeats exactly. Each breeze creates a slightly different conversation among the trees. Some whispers seem higher, some deeper. Together they become the quiet voice of the forest. You pause for a moment, closing your eyes, simply listening. The breeze, the branches, the distant chirping of crickets, a tiny stream somewhere beyond the trees. The entire forest breathes together. You notice your own breathing matching its rhythm, slowly, comfortably, without effort. When you open your eyes once more, the moonlight seems brighter. Perhaps the moon has climbed a little higher, or perhaps your eyes have simply grown accustomed to the peaceful darkness. The path bends gently around another stand of pines. Beyond them, you discover a grove unlike any you've seen before. The ground is covered in pine cones, hundreds of them, large ones, small ones, freshly fallen cones resting beside those that have weathered many seasons. They lie scattered naturally across the soft forest floor, each one beautifully different. Nearby, squirrels have left tiny piles of empty shells where they once enjoyed their evening meals. The forest tells quiet stories without speaking. You continue through the grove. The scent of pine resin grows richer here. Warm, comforting. It mingles with cool earth and the faint sweetness of moss. The fragrance feels wonderfully calming, the sort of scent that belongs only to peaceful forests after sunset. Ahead, a narrow stream crosses beneath the trail. This crossing is different from the wooden bridge you visited earlier. Flat stones have been placed across the water. Each stone rests just above the surface. You step carefully from one to the next. The stones are smooth beneath your feet. Water flows gently around them. The stream catches tiny pieces of moonlight, carrying them quietly downstream. For a moment, it almost seems as though little stars are floating upon the water. You stop halfway across, looking down. The stream is perfectly clear. Tiny fish drift lazily through deeper pools. Water grasses sway gently with the current. Round pebbles rest quietly below. Everything moves slowly, patiently. Even the water seems in no hurry to reach its destination. On the opposite bank, the forest changes once again. The pines become taller, their trunks wider. Their branches stretch higher into the sky. The ground beneath them is open and peaceful. Only soft moss, scattered ferns and patches of moonlight cover the earth. You notice something sparkling among the moss. Tiny crystals, no larger than grains of sand. They catch the moonlight with every gentle movement of the breeze. Thousands of tiny reflections shimmer across the forest floor. Not brightly, only enough to create the impression that the stars themselves have drifted down among the roots of the trees. You kneel beside them. The crystals remain perfectly still. Quiet companions beneath the pines. You smile softly before standing once more. The path begins climbing a gentle ridge. With every few steps, the forest opens a little more. Soon you reach the top. From here, you can see far across the treetops. An endless sea of whispering pines stretches toward the horizon. Their dark green crowns ripple gently beneath the moonlight. The breeze moves across them like waves upon an ocean. One section sways, then another, then another. The movement travels slowly across the forest until it disappears into the distance. It is beautiful, not because it is extraordinary, because it is peaceful. You remain here for several quiet moments, watching, breathing, listening. The stars overhead appear brighter now. The sky is perfectly clear. Thousands of tiny lights shimmer above the forest. The Milky Way stretches faintly across the heavens, like a soft ribbon of silver mist. Somewhere below, an owl calls once. Then the forest returns to its quiet conversation. You continue down the opposite side of the ridge. The trail becomes narrower again. Wild blueberries grow beside the path. Small clusters of dark fruit rest beneath silvery leaves. Nearby, delicate white woodland flowers bloom quietly between patches of moss. Tiny moths drift from blossom to blossom. Their pale wings glow softly beneath the moonlight. They seem to float rather than fly, without hurry, without purpose beyond simply being part of the peaceful night. Ahead, another lantern appears, then another. Unlike the floating lights you passed earlier, these hang from shepherd's hooks placed carefully beside the trail. The glass panes are slightly frosted. Inside each lantern glows a warm amber light. No flame flickers. The light remains steady, comforting. The lanterns are spaced far apart. One appears, then several quiet moments pass before the next. Each offers a gentle pool of warmth before the path returns to silver moonlight. The alternating light feels soothing. Amber, silver, amber, silver. The rhythm reminds you once again that the forest never rushes. It simply unfolds, one peaceful moment after another. As you continue walking, the breeze grows softer still. The whispering pines become quieter, not because they have stopped speaking, but because their voices have become part of the night itself. The forest and the moonlight no longer feel separate. Neither do the trees and the breeze. Everything belongs together. Everything moves together. Even your thoughts seem to drift through the forest like the lantern light. Slowly, gently, without effort. Ahead, the path curves around another great pine, whose roots spread gracefully across the earth, like the gentle folds of a blanket. Beyond it, the trail disappears into another moonlit grove, waiting patiently beneath the stars. You know there is no need to hurry toward it. The forest has all night, and so do you. One quiet step follows another. The whispering continues overhead. The moon shines softly through the branches, and your peaceful walk carries gently onward into the deepest, quietest hours of the night. And now, our quiet walk beneath the whispering pines comes gently to an end. The forest will remain just as you leave it, its tall trees swaying softly beneath the moonlight, its streams flowing peacefully over smooth stones, and its branches continuing their gentle conversation with the night breeze. Somewhere behind you, lanterns still glow among the trees. Somewhere ahead, the moon continues to shine through the pine needles, lighting the path for any peaceful wanderer who may pass by. But for tonight, your journey is complete. Allow the forest to fade softly into your dreams. Feel your body becoming heavier, your breathing slower, and your mind wonderfully still. There is nowhere else you need to go. Nothing left to do. Only rest. Only comfort. Only peaceful sleep. Thank you for joining me beneath the moonlit pines. Until our next sleepy adventure, may your dreams be gentle, your rest be deep, and your heart be filled with peace. Good night, sleep well, and sweet dreams.